Welcome to Rewatch and Rank. On this channel, we rewatch older TV shows, provide a summary and opinion on the episode before ranking each episode against each other. Today's episode is Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-Kun, episode 14, the second special. Is that handsome guy a friend or a boyfriend? Continued. The episode in a nutshell is just a brief summary of this brief little episode. So basically, Wakamatsu is spying on Seo, who has been invited on the drama trip as well by Kashima, and then they talk about staying in the same room, which of course then makes him think they definitely must be dating. But then Sakura's there, and she's also invited along, and she's excited about it, and he's wondering why she's so casual. Before we then see that Mikoshiba's also there, and after the last episode's revelation, has become very cautious about his attendance and says he needs to know where they're going, how many people will be there, who they are, and whether or not there's hair dryers, because that's of the utmost importance. And then the girls decide that they're going to go bathing suit shopping, and Wakamatsu, overhearing this, decides to, I guess, go to, make sure everything stays above board. Of course, he's immediately caught by Seo, who then basically drags him along on the shopping. And because he's still under the impression that Kashima is a guy, he decides that to avoid looking like a pervert, he should stick to Kashima, who is also another guy, so that, they're two guys together, it's not going to be weird. But then Kashima starts to think that he's a pervert because he's sticking so close to her. And then, of course, Sakura and Kashima, then they start talking about bathing suits, and Kashima goes to try on a bikini, like a more sporty looking bikini, and this of course makes Wakamatsu like really nervous, so he pulls a bathing suit as well, telling Seo that he can't wear anything more revealing than this, and it's like a tank top and short style bathing suit, and Seo basically says like, what are you talking about? And that's where our episode ends, bringing us to our rankings. And as a reminder, because the episodes are so short, we are just ranking on the personal ranking list, not on the objective for these specials. So, bringing me to the personal ranking, obviously, I found this episode funnier than the last episode. I thought it was funny Wakamatsu getting himself into this kind of awkward situation because he's jumping to conclusions on his own without talking to anybody. And of course, Seo just like casually inviting one of her her basketball team. I don't even know if I can call them friends. I mean, obviously, they are often paired together. They have their own couple in the manga. They do spend a lot of time together, so I think they could be classed as friends, but he still seems to dislike her, despite the fact that he's like always around her. But anyways, she invites him along. I like that he's still thinking Kashima is a guy, when the voice definitely isn't a male voice. Like, I understand Kashima's character design is very masculine, but the voice definitely is not. So it is a bit odd that he's still not clocking that, this could be a girl, but that just adds to the comedy of it. I am going to dock a little bit of points because of the secondhand embarrassment of him thinking that he should try on a bathing suit. That was like, ugh, so embarrassing. But because it is ultimately a comedy series, I am going to judge these specials on how much they make me laugh and how amused I am by them, which puts this episode slightly ahead of the last one. So I'm going to give it the same score. I'm going to give it a 7, but I'm going to put it higher on the list. So in first we have, is that handsome guy a friend or a boyfriend? Continued. And then in second we have, is that handsome guy a friend or a boyfriend? Bringing us now to our series ranking so far, and on our mostly objective ranking, season 1 ended with a score of 69.17%, but will not have a special score. And then on the personal ranking, that season 1 ended at a score of 70, and the specials so far have a score of 14 out of 60. And with that, we've now rewatched and ranked Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-Kun episode 14. Is that handsome guy a friend or a boyfriend? Continued. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you in the next episode.